I'm Stacy Gordon. Welcome to That's My Jam. Today we're going to make some jelly using the Ball freshTECH Jam and Jelly Maker. Now you guys already know I love this machine. Recently I had someone come into the comments of one of my videos saying no one needs a jam and jelly maker. It's very easy to make your own jam or jelly in a pot on the stove. Let me be clear about something. I've made a lot of jam and jelly in a pot on the stove. I've also ruined a lot of jam and jelly in a pot on the stove. At this point in my life, I don't have time for all that. I absolutely love the freshTECH and I'm gonna keep using it. And I know that there are a lot of you out there who also love it and you want more videos. So today you're gonna get one. Today we're gonna make apple jelly in the Ball freshTECH. Let's get started. I ran these half-pint jars through the dishwasher, but while I'm making my jelly today, I'm gonna go ahead and throw these into some boiling water just so that I can be sure they're properly sanitized. I'm starting out with 5 of those. That's typically about right for the freshTECH. If you have fresh apples and you want to go through the process of making your own apple juice, more power to you, that's great. But today I'm going to use some store-bought apple juice. You want to make sure to get 100% juice, no sugar added. We're going to add plenty of that ourselves. That's another thing people fuss at me about in the comments, that I use too much sugar. It's jelly. I want it to be sweet. Another ingredient that I just won't compromise on when using the freshTECH is the Ball Real Fruit Classic Pectin. I often have people ask me if you can use other Pectin. I tried it one time. I didn't have success with it. The price is about the same. I'm sticking with the Ball Real Fruit Classic Pectin anytime I use the freshTECH. So now I'm going to measure out 3 cups of the apple juice. We're going to add 4 tablespoons of the Ball Real Fruit Classic Pectin to our apple juice. Now we're going to whisk until that's completely incorporated. Next, we're going to add that mixture to our freshTECH. Okay, I still see some lumps of pectin, so I'm going to go in with my silicone whisk and just hit those right inside the pot. I think I finally got them all. Next, I'm going to add a pat of butter. This helps reduce foaming. At this time, we're not using the lid, but what we are going to do is go down and press the jelly button. This is going to default the machine to 25 minutes. We'll press enter. We already know from using the freshTECH in the past, we've got 4 minutes to get our sugar ready. I've measured out 3 1/3 cups sugar. We're going to set that aside and wait for the freshTECH to tell us it's ready. At the 4-minute mark, you're going to hear the freshTECH make 4 beeps. That's our indicator that it's time to start slowly adding our sugar. We've still got 20 minutes to kill, so I'm going to go ahead and spread out a towel and start removing those jars from the boiling water. You want to sit your jars open side up. You may worry that there's water in there. it's so hot it will evaporate. I'm planning to water bath can this apple jelly, so now I'm going to go ahead and get my rings and seals ready. I'm going to go ahead and throw these rings right down into that boiling water. And I'm going to do the same with these seals. But as soon as I get the seals in, I'm going to start taking them out. I don't want to compromise the lid's seal. Next, I'll go ahead and remove those rings as well. I'm doing that with a little magnet that comes in a canning kit. While we're waiting on the jelly, now would be the perfect time to go tap that like button. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Many of the items that you'll see in the TMJ kitchen are available on my Amazon storefront. I'm putting a link to that down in the comments. Also, from my canning kit, I've got my funnel ready. I'm going to go ahead and place that in the first jar. You don't want to get too far away from your jelly because once this gets down to 0, we're going to hear a series of beeps indicating our jelly is ready. Once we hear that, we're going to press cancel, and then we're going to unplug our machine. Next, we're going to remove the stirrer. It's hot, so be careful. And then I like to just go back in with my silicone whisk and hit this whole thing a little bit. Right now, I don't see any lumps of pectin, and I don't see any foam that needs to be removed. But if there were foam on this, now's the time you want to skim that off. My jars are ready, so I'm going to use a soup ladle to start taking this hot jelly mixture out of the pot and move it over to my jelly jars. I fill my jelly jars up to this bottom ring. Next, I'm going to place my seals inside my rings and place one on the top of each jar. I've got this super cool little mitt that my friend Ruth gave me years ago to help me hold on to these hot jars and get the lids on nice and snug. After that, this jar goes into the water bath. I'm just using a plastic screw-on lid for one jar because there's no use in canning it. I'm going to be eating that one right away. Those jars need to stay in the water bath for 10 minutes. After that, they come out and they need to sit long enough for the tops to pop. After that, they need to cool down to room temperature so that we can see the actual texture of the jelly. But you're in luck. Due to the magic of video, you don't have to wait for that. As expected with the freshTECH, this jelly came out so perfectly. It's clear, the texture looks perfect. Oh, I cannot wait to taste this apple jelly. This batch made 5 half pints of apple jelly. Got some on a piece of toast. Let's see what we've got. No matter what anybody says, I just continue to be a fan of the freshTECH. This jelly is absolutely delicious. I'm going to be back again with you real soon. In the meantime, turn off the TV, turn on some music, and just keep jamming.